My name is Tao, and today I'll be talking about Away3d. A little bit about me is that I like to play sports such as soccer, basketball, and touch football. Apart from that, I like to 3D and create particles. I've had a year of experience in ActionScript. What is Away3d? Away3d is an ActionScript 3D library that allows you to create 3D environments in your AS3 based app. It is also an open source 3D graphics engine written for the Adobe Flash platform in ActionScript 3. It runs in modern web browsers that utilize Adobe Flash Player. Away3d requires the latest Adobe Flash Player, and the latest version of Away3d is 4.1.0 Alpha. Away3d is managed by the Away Foundation and supported by Adobe System as an official API for the Flash platform. The project was actually started by Alexander Zeroni and Rob Bateman back in 2007, passed on from Papervision 3D. Some features of Away3d are configurable interactivity, comprehensive API, animation support, particle systems, powerful rendering, and many more. Away3d has become a plugin for 3ds Max, which then means that you can model a 3D object in 3ds Max and export it as a Away3d plugin, and then code in Away3d to import in the 3D model and spit it out with Adobe Flash Player. Here are some applications that has been produced with the 3D engine Away3d. DNA Pulse, Glooper Hoop, Make Minions, PDF Book 3D, Revelation, Star Force Delta, Now I'm going to show you Away3d and how it works. After you have completed downloading the Away3d 4.1.0, the latest Adobe Flash Player SDK, and the global SWC file, you're now ready to open Flash Builder. Then as your Flash Builder opens up, you can go to create a new AS3 project, you can either click on File, then go to New, and then click on ActionScript project, or you can just go into right click in the Package Explorer white space and click on right click New, and then click on ActionScript project to create a project. Either way, it's good. Or for the shortest route, is the right click on in the white space on the left side, Package Explorer tab, and then click on the ActionScript project. And then after you have created your project, you can now start importing the Away3d classes and JPEGs that you've been using for your project. After that, you can start coding in your classes that you've been using for your project, embedding JPEGs for your environmental map, materials for your spheres, or pretty much any primitives that you've been using in the 3D scene. After that, you can start creating your variables for your objects, lighting, cubes, sphere, cylinder, torus, or even materials for your primitives. And then after that, you can create a function to initiate engine, lights, camera, materials, objects, listeners. And then as you scroll down, you put in classes for your variables. Put down code so they can appear in the 3D scene when you export it into a Swift file. As you scroll down, you have to type up the code for your property codes for your objects, your lightings, your materials, textures, skybox if you're going to do your objects within a skybox. And then at the bottom is when you type in the view render. So enter frame event, initiate all listeners, remove active mesh, change cube. Okay, so after you have finished putting your code, you can now just click on the main.swf in the Package Explorer tab. Just click on it, and then it'll spit out your code on Adobe Flash Player. Then there you will have your rendered 3D scene with a cube, sphere, cylinder, and torus. Cube, you can change material of brick. Go to a wireframe of a cube. And the sphere, you can change the sphere to a Pokeball JPEG, or a wireframe of sphere, cylinder into material of bamboos, or wireframe of cylinder and then a torus with a material texture. Sadly, the torus doesn't have a wireframe.